there. Riverica here, reporting for duty on a trigger. Thank you so much for shuffling states of emergency into adoption spirit magic with us and steering clear of danger. Heartily, we are grateful. In this session, we shall explore how to release all that bitterness and resentment and sadness that's gone mad and turned to anger. How to transmute that into love at this juncture, with tests coming across our path, seeing if we're done with that energy. Could be from our childhood, from past lives, from birth families, from ancestors. Nobody meant any harm. You know, it's just when you get grief struck by loss, shit happens. And so how to play through without mirroring the madness, releasing the resentment, the bitterness, the anger, and streaming grace to replace. So we are checking in with Callie today. Well, you know, little disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer, doctor, therapist. I'm a fortune teller. So what I offer is no substitute for their services. Furthermore, what I share does not determine your future. Only your intentions and actions do. So please use your gifts of discernment before deciding what to gather and take away from this reading. And of course, take only what resonates and blow like a kiss the rest back to the universe for cosmic composting into beauty. This reading is intended for fun and games, for shits and giggles, for entertainment, for flexing our heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, emotions, and intuition. And at the least, I hope to cause harm to none. And at the most, I hope I may assist you on your healing path. And all that said, we are reading from the Callie Oracle, checking in with Callie, thanks to Alana Fairchild. And this deck is illustrated by Jimmy Manton and published by Blue Angel Publishing. And we are so grateful to use it and to get to know Callie better. She is one of the patron saints of Romani, but she loves to help any who cross her path and ask, you know, they're in need, but also urges you to explore the wonders of the goddesses in your culture and add that to your round table as well to help you play through in the highest love and light, honoring yourself, all that is, source, running your business in the highest love and light. So yeah, how to release the bitterness, the anger, the resentment, some of that guilt and shame card, flipping it over to see the compassion, understanding, forgiveness, for the times perhaps we've mirrored the madness, adding insult to injury. Here she comes. Babatarenini. How did I do pronouncing that? So I'm holding it there for you to resonate with that for a spell and see how you enjoy saying Callie's name in this instance. And our lovely neighborhood dog is reminding me to share Thich Nhat Hanh's bell mantra to help hold safe sound space for neighbors passing by, neighbors, the passers-by. If we hear the sirens, the bells, the whistles, the alarms, just helping hold safe space so people can recover their safe sound ground. And here is that bell mantra with a bell. One moment. Here we go. Mind, body, speech in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. May hearers awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Om. Peace. Shanti. Thank you. Thank you for holding the intention of seeing only love, and only love we shall see. Thank you for helping hold this safe, sound space for orphans, adoptees, crossing guards, lifeguards, trail guides, goalkeepers. Oh, look what I did. I started shuffling again. Just mixing that up. All right, let's see. Putting my glasses on. There's a lot of action going on outside, inside, so pardon me, I got distracted. Oh, I love this, the number 44. Being distracted is reminding me to share Maitri, loving compassion to oneself, which there are 4 components. You can quadruple check with Pima Chodron in 108. Oh, I can't remember the title. How to help manage with uncertainty. That's where I heard of this concept of Maitri and compassion to oneself, and it's clear seeing, it's steadfast, it's attention to present moment, and also experiencing emotional distress. Isn't that interesting? But I just got a little distracted, so that was reminding me, Maitri, compassion for oneself, compassion for others. So I thought I would share that with you. So 44, Bhava Tarini, and the 4, I invite you to explore the numerology on your own, because we are all different psychosocial science experiments, and what resonates for you may be different than what resonates for me, and so I enjoy inviting you to explore anything you see here. Delve in deeper for yourself to see how it resonates with you and what pieces you are assisting you on your journey to help make this reading more meaningful. But off the top of my head, I would say this 4 helps ground and stabilize and secure us, especially if others are pulling on us energetically. I'm getting some affirmation in my ear about that. And a double 4, how about that? That adds up to an 8, so that's a number of power and infinity and illuminating your karma, and also helping overcome that karma. You know, those times we were so grief-struck by loss that we lashed out at somebody else and kicked the dog, right? All the different ways we could say that. So let's see what Bhava Tarini has to say now that we've addressed the numerology a little bit, and you may come back to that in your own time. So there's 3 parts of this reading that you may enjoy coming back to at any time. And thank you. I just had some assistance, and my shoes were in the trip zone. I apologize. So appreciative of the extra support. So Bhava Tarini, the tantric priestess of karmic release, manifests with the capacity to integrate higher divine energy into even the most stubborn patterning that has so far resisted healing. When momentum is building and you don't know how to stop fueling the fire or reverse the damage, she appears. Her presence indicates that this is a powerful time for spiritual work and healing practices. She will support the work, and much growth can come from it, particularly at this time. No matter how wild they may seem, the storms of your life shall be gentled. You shall emerge unharmed. Glory be. Thank you so much, Callie. What a beautiful start to this reading, and what a beautiful reminder of how we are supported. And Goddess Kali, as Bhava Tarini, is the tantric priestess of karmic release and spiritual blessings. She liberates devotees from karmic struggles, especially those who keep repeating the same patterns with different players. Her presence in a reading implies the Divine Mother's blessing of a divine disruption. Sometimes the jolt of the disruption is such a shock that it is temporarily unpleasant, and we feel, therefore, that it is unwanted or harmful. However, once we allow the workings of such disruption to realign our affairs, we will come to recognize and be grateful for what is taking place. We will see it as a saving grace rather than something we had to endure. The oracle predicts the ceasing of restrictive or negative influences. Wow, thank you. How amazing and wonderful Source is to bring this to this reading in particular when we're trying to understand how we may release the resentment and bitterness and sadness that's gone mad, that anger from these cycles. And Source really showed up, and Callie really showed up. We are so grateful. Thank you. So, Ma is adorned with flowers in recognition that she is celebrated during puja. Unlike the fierce Kali, who is adorned in fearsome places in the dead of night, the kind Bhavatarini is adorned in celebrations of light. The puja, or quote-unquote sacred ritual, puja means sacred ritual, can be very simple. In its most basic form, it is a call to the divine. It is a call to the divine ones to manifest on earth. It is a creation of light and has a cleansing effect on those doing the puja, and if the intentions and receptivity are strong enough, on the surrounding people and areas. I'm going to read that last sentence again. It is a creation of light and has the cleansing effect on those doing the puja, and if the intentions and receptivity are strong enough, on the surrounding people and areas as well. Bhavatarini teaches that our spiritual activities, can have a positive influence, more so than we think is possible. In a reading, Bhavatarini foretells of a profoundly positive and expansive energy that will become available to us if we are willing to open our hearts to her. She also reminds us that we don't have to wait around until things become severe to call on the Divine Mother's assistance. Why not call for her daily, not only to resolve issues, but to prevent them from gaining traction in the first place? If we align ourselves with such simple and happiness-inducing wisdom, our lives can become peaceful and free from unnecessary drama. Thank you so much. And it's reminding me to call attention to this peace stone. It is a desert rose. You may enjoy that as you are moving through this. Let's see what else. This is all these are so special. This is a very special stone that I want to share with you. Thank you so much for my Reiki master, who I was gifted this desert rose. It's very special. Peace stone. And that's Tracy, Shaman Tracy at Tracy and Company in Marion, Massachusetts. And you may get to know her online, virtually, or if you are locally in the area as well. Oh, I shall try to remember to leave those details for you. So let's see what else. Bhavatarini can take the form of Kali Palaharini to destroy the results of our actions. Phala, Phala, phala means fruit, and harini means a female who takes something away. So Palaharini means the woman who takes away the fruit of our actions. This means that she can conquer our karma. That's that number 8 coming up. That's so interesting. I love that. The numerology of that 8 is reminding me of that Palaharini, one who she can help conquer our karma. Kali Palaharini can cleanse our samakaras, or mental psychic imprints. These are the familiar grooves that keep the soul repeating patterns lifetime after lifetime. They are comprised of habitual ways of thinking and behaving that prevent us from evolving into something new and more suitable. They are the karma of quote-unquote stuckness, limiting our freedom, creativity, and expression. Samskaras can be negative in quality, such as an inhuman compulsion towards perfection, but they can be something we consider positive, such as a repeated attraction toward being a healer. Although being a healer can generate spiritual benefit, if we identify with it, it can undermine our freedom to grow spiritually. It can become overly restrictive and even lead to suppression of aspects of our authentic being that don't readily, quote-unquote, fit in with the healer archetype. In the example of healer, the Divine Mother recognizes the goodness in your heart and your genuine desire to assist. Yet she will do what is necessary to protect your spiritual awakening and free you from your attachments. Yes, even the attachment to helping others. This doesn't mean that you no longer want to be a healer, or that you are blocked from doing so. It means you will not be able to prop up self-value using external roles. Ultimately, this is a gift, but it is a lesson that many healers find painful in the beginning. They need to learn how to offer their heartfelt work and not be attached to how it is received. If they see immediate results and powerful effects of the work, the challenge is to not identify with what is happening and make the divine grace about their own ego. If the ego is failing these lessons and getting caught up in feeling superior or inferior, then the Divine Mother will intervene. The lesson is that you can relish the roles you play in your life without allowing them to define you. You are asked to take care that you don't restrict yourself to the roles you play. Embrace the spiritual freedom and unconditional love necessary to be your full, authentic being. You are asked to bear the discomfort of no longer relying on certain familiar patterns to give you validation. This will open you up to greater self-realization, self-possession, and joyful freedom to be your whole self. You are on the cusp of a beautiful breakthrough into a more positive era. To amplify her blessings, open your heart to the unfamiliar. Wow, that is deep. That is deep. And the Divine Mother is there for you to help us with that lesson and that superior inferior lesson. There's so many different ways it plays out, from the matriarchy to the patriarchy to I'm the big brother, I said so, I'm the teacher, I said so, I'm the who'sy whatsy and I said so, and you better do what I say. All the ways that superior inferior plays out, all the different ways we call it, fascism, there's so many different ways we call it. But it's reminding me of the Bob Marley song, Please Forgive Me. I do believe it's called War, and I think Bob Marley wrote this as well, but I shall try to look that up and include it in the description. But that song, once we let go of the superior and inferior, then we're on a cool ride, we're on a smooth ride. And of course he sings it totally differently, but there's support in us releasing from that, from music that Bob Marley offers, to Divine Mother, to Kali, to you fill in the blanks. So you are supported and helping move from this one chapter into the next chapter, into letting go, into stepping into this joyful freedom of self-realization, self-possession, releasing these old patterns that you've outgrown. They serve their purpose and you no longer need them, and streaming in grace to replace, evolving into your authentic self as you are right now, and keep evolving. So wonderful to dive into. You may keep coming back to this as you need. And the last part is an invocation ritual. You may say this prayer aloud. Beloved Ma Kali, Baba Tarini, Kali Bala Harini, please help me release attachment to the outcomes of my actions so that your grace can manifest without inhibition or constraint. Thank you for aborting negative karmic momentum flowing from me or toward me. I place my trust in you. You are the strength that overcomes the current. You are the peace that arises in letting go. You are the graceful and effective wisdom manifesting spontaneously for the spiritual benefit of all beings. May your beautiful kindness and liberating wisdom emanate within my heart always. May I love you more than I love certainty and control. Jai Ma Kali. Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Love that. I love that. I love that that certainty came up after speaking about Pima Chodron and 108. God bless it. The title is escaping my mind. I hope I remember to include it in the description, but her being comfortable with uncertainty, 108 ways that you can be comfortable with uncertainty, and then certainty comes up in this invocation ritual, that you love Kali more than you love certainty and control. Such affirmation. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Kali. And looking for that peace, as it plays out for you. Like, we're all different psychosocial science experiments, so to honor how that plays out for you in a day. And I think that's a lot of what we've been invited to do since 2020, is really fine-tune that. And so you're just really dialing that in. And so thank you. And thank you, Kali, for helping. Thank you, Source, for holding us all. And you may see yourself seated upon a lion throne with thick garlands of red flowers about your neck, hanging over your chest. Stick out your tongue and breathe out a fierce, cleansing breath. Then become peaceful. Place your hands at your heart. Sense there is a guiding presence that knows exactly what needs to happen and when, for the spiritual benefit of all beings. You can trust in that. You now become willing to rest in spontaneous wisdom of the heart. Place your hand in prayer and bow your head in gratitude and reverence. You have completed your healing process. Thank you. Thank you. Heartily, we are grateful, Kali and Source. And this is the last card in the deck. That is so extra special, especially with what we were talking about, these intense emotions that we are trying to flush out, so we may step into our mission, why we came, to help dismantle the old earth peacefully and rebuild the new earth joyfully. And Kali's supporting us in that. And orphans and adoptees, having come out of the fog and stepped away from the adoption fairy tales and learned what your heart is, because for so long other people's hearts were placed in front of yours, and you were expected to put others' hearts in front of yours. And that's coming to an end, and a more equitable way, dignified way of life is coming about, thanks to the work that you have done and so many others like you. Thank you so much. So that is what I am seeing for you in this reading today, about how you may release that resentment, that bitterness, that sad that's gone mad, that anger, to streaming grace to replace and step into your new life. And I hope that has helped. And Thank you so much for helping us breathe life into adoption spirit magic. Heartily, we are grateful. Ciao for now. We love you all.